Welcome to Subiaco Oval, and Subiaco making their way through the banner. It's the end of the road for one of these teams today, Subiaco or West Perth. West Perth, the minor premiers, they find themselves now in the preliminary final after losing to Claremont last week, and Subiaco advancing with a strong win over Swan District. He'll do the ruck work this time, got into the back of Monaghan a bit, but knocks it towards the square. O'Brien, goal! And that came from very quick thinking by Basil Zempelis. O'Brien tracked it to the goal square, and from point blank
did well against Willett. He clears the ball back towards half forward where West Perth have the advantage. The leaper coming in from the side was O'Brien, but he went without it. West has it, and he's seen O'Brien. Good kick. Great courage. Has to be a free kick. And O'Brien is injured. Well, that was...
I think Monaghan had to keep coming.
Yes, I agree. I was just going to say, terrific courage by O'Brien.
Yeah. And Basil Zempelis tried to get his body in. The players want to go on with it here.
Yeah. Well, O'Brien is hurt, and that's really bad luck, but I don't think Monaghan could have done anything else.
Well, I reckon he was a yard off, that's all, Wally, when the mark was taken or attempted.
Yep.
And there it is. It's half a yard in that.
In fact, he was almost pushed into it by Zempelis, wasn't he? So, I mean, maybe even the free kick wasn't appropriate. I thought it was initially.
Well, it was a little bit in the
no
back of the side, was it? Yeah. No, certainly no malice in it. But Billy Monaghan is a fiery player, and, you know, he likes to make a murder.
Well, he's not going to take the kick. Mildenhall is. That's David John, the West Perth runner and physical fitness advisor, who's with O'Brien at the moment. He's back on his feet and seems to have made a fairly good recovery.
Subiaco player ran across the mark then. Umpire didn't see it.
As Mildenhall shoots from 45 metres. It's a good kick. It's a goal. West Perth make the most of that free kick. And gets the ball to the side of the pack, whipped away in there by Subiaco, but the hand pass went astray, and it's another free kick to Subiaco. I didn't see what for, but it'll be taken by Lamb. He kicks towards the half-forward line. Not a good kick. It held up in the breeze. DAYMAN goes back, not cleverly towards O'Brien. Took a while to get control of it. This is Snow, 50 metres out. Looks for Heatley. Good kick, good lead. In here at Subiaco Oval as Heatley kicks at goal. He's speared it straight into that win. Another chance now as he kicks into vacant territory at the top of the square. The bounce is important here. McNish turned his back and got one in the back. That's O'Brien, I'm sorry. Very good policy. O'Brien learnt quickly. It didn't go much above 3 or 4 metres high, that kick, but it went through for a goal, and Subia back in front.
With Subiaco.
No doubt the kick was there as Banfield skirts the pack, kicks across the half-back line. West Perth well placed through O'Brien. He's recovered okay and with good vision finds Robbie West at 50 metres. He can go close to scoring from here. He's got the breeze almost at his back, and he's going to see if he can put West Perth's third on the board. Drop punt on the way, will come back. Good kick. Great goal.
The player up there was Green, 49, the fair-headed player who's now on the ground for West Perth. Don't really need a scarf or a beanie today. There he is. He started on the interchange bench. Monaghan will oppose him at this boundary throw-in. Taken by Hall. Clean possession to the top of the square. Starr is there. Got an unfortunate bounce. Curley leads back. Hutchinson with him. Curley looking for the free kick and gets it from about 45 metres. Steers it towards goal. Makes no mistake. West Perth are 4 straight. Subiaco at
6 degrees and warm, almost sultry here at Subiaco Oval. The kick has gone to West Perth and 50 metres.
And here's the replay as David Snow having to do the ruck work, and the umpire deemed that to be shepherding, and I think he's correct in that decision because really Snow stood in front of Hall without really much attempt to go for the ball,
and from point blank range he can't miss from there, and West Perth have got 5 straight. Bad mistake there by the Subiaco captain has cost them a goal, and West Perth increased the margin.
Hold front position. The ball back in the centre. Burton and Nelson. Nelson does best this time. Down to Mildenhall. It ricochets to Simmons, who gets it towards half forward. Zempelis goes to ground. Monaghan did also, but recovered best. Missed kicks taken by West, met by Monaghan. Towards full forward. Bounce. It's crucial. It bounces through. Great goal from Robbie. Opportunity for Subiaco, but Simmons intercepts. The hand pass to Mildenhall. He gets around Lamb easily, runs away from him, streams towards the members' side of the ground. Now ducks back into the play. Lamb got there too late. Good kick, beautifully weighted kick. Here goes Harris. He's on the 50-metre line. Stars 45 metres out and kicks the 7th. West Perth a 7 straight. Subiaco a 2. Towards half forward. Monahan kept his footing. Zemplis is injured. He's not long for this game, I don't think, Basil, as Monahan charges towards half forward. Kick was a shocker, but it's beaten everyone. Oh, it's beaten Damon as well. Out comes Heatley, collides with Damon. He's holding the ball. Play allowed to go on. West got rid of it in a hurry. It's picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien goes to ground. Torrid football. Snow hooks it towards half forward, and Heatley takes them. As Heatley kicks at goal, steers it through. A much-needed goal to Subiaco. They're 3-3, West Perth a 7 straight. Burton is there, and with him is Nelson. Neither with an effective ruck knock. It was taken by Snow, but now Jones for West Perth. He charges towards half forward. No pressure at all from Subiaco. High kick in towards their forwards. All Subiaco at the back. They knock it straight down to Miranda. No one in the square, and Miranda has kicked a terrific goal. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if there had been someone in the square. They wouldn't have got back to that. But how Subiaco conceded the ball is quite remarkable.
Spectators pondering what might happen here. Nelson and Burton. Nelson knocked it straight down to his marksman, who kicks towards the square, and Heatley outpoints Freeman and takes a very good mark. And Heatley, 15 metres, kicks a goal.
The Falcons have just scored one.
How would you describe West Perth's forward line then, Trevor, if this is one-dimensional?
Well,
non-dimensional.
I think there's a few more options for goal scoring, perhaps.
Well, Subiaco have 4 players who have kicked more than 30 goals this season. As I mentioned previously, West Perth have only 1. Certainly this afternoon they're dependent on Heatley at the moment. Freeman does better this time. Schofield has it, goes towards goal. There's another one to the Lions. So Jared Schofield.
Nichols kicks to half forward. West Perth raffle it and miss it. And Snow gets it across to Dargy. The bounce doesn't favour O'Brien. Nelson nicely done to Starr. It gets around O'Brien. This is Mildenhall defensively now to Nichols. And from the members' wing, that kick was touched off the boot. Close to the boundary West. Keeps it in. Well done. Mark missed there by Simmons, but taken by Harris. Good vision. O'Brien. Hall from 25 metres. He snaps and puts it through. 2 goals now to Derek Hall, and a very good build-up by West Perth around the outer side of the ground.
So changes made by Solon, the Subiaco coach. O'Connor's into the forward line and McNish up onto centre wing. As Subiaco try and get the ball forward, Schofield knocks it to Bourne's advantage in the direction of Heatley. Great mark. It's up from about 40 metres, almost directly in front. Keeps it low and steers it through.
They've kicked 4 goals so far in this term. They're on the move again. Heatley again. Good spoil by Freeman. Ricochets from Lambourne, taken by Willett. Hand passes to the square, but there was nobody there. And Mifka showing good dash. Clears it away. Not very far though. It's over the head of Starr. Coming down to meet it. Subiaco. It was Donnelly is just on the ground. A kick upfield by Subiaco to the square again. Nobody's touched that, and Willett's got it and scores. Goal to Willett.
As Monahan brings it back into play and spears the ball towards the square, the centre square, taken by Saunis. He gets a hurried kick up towards the centre of the ground. Here's Willett again, playing with dash now. Goes back and wrong foots everyone. Hooks to half forward. Donnelly in front. Nichols at the side. Comes back to Donnelly. He looks back towards full forward. Heatley has the sit on Freeman, who's closing on him, and he takes the mark in the goal square. As Heatley lines up from point-blank range, he's had a terrific final series. He's kicked 12 goals, had kicked 12 goals in the finals before today. He's now kicked 17 in 3 games.
Nelson in front, knocks it to the back of the pack. A chance for O'Brien. He's a real will of the Wisp, but he loves these. 45 metres out, that won't quite reach. Nelson's there. It's knocked to Burton. And Burton feeds Lamb. He's caught by Curley. Chance for Robbie West, who snaps. Good kick. Great goal, Robbie West.
Well, Tony Solon must be really ruining the situation with these Eagles players. Not getting much from Lamb at all at the moment as the kick goes towards Heatley again. He couldn't get down to that one. He may have another chance. It's picked up by Schofield. Heatley hooks back on goal. Oh, terrific kick. Great kick by Heatley to get his sixth.
Tricky win today. That's excellent play.
Nichols brings it in. He goes looking for Mifka, who's got away from Donnelly. Bounce is important here. Mifka runs it around the boundary line. He has good pace. Gets rid of Donnelly. Starr provides the shepherd. Mifka may have done a little too much. Kicks to half forward now. Dargy drops back on O'Brien. O'Brien almost the mark. Not paid. Comes to Curley. Good goal kicker normally. Spears it to full forward and he's got it. So West Perth moved to 11-2. And they resist that Subiaco challenge almost on the siren. Subia 9-7.
It's on again in the third term. Nelson wins it. Banfield is possessed by West. Robbie West for West Perth pushes it out. McNish shovels it now to Dargy, who hooks around his body in fortuity. It lands with Metropolis, who's away from the middle of the ground. He goes to the members' wing. Bourne, good bounce, good tackle by Damon. Too high, says the umpire.
Oh, well, very lucky then, Bourne, I thought. Tried to do a little too much. He gets it to Dargy, who kicks towards the full forward area. There was a good contest given down there by a Subiaco player, which allows Schofield to run towards the goal. Over the top to Heatley. They might have mucked it up. No, they haven't. Oh, boy. Nichols did very well in that situation. Subiaco only just got the goal. What an important goal.
Never seems to work, Trev.
No, indeed. Probably rightly so. He seemed to be held on to after he got rid of the football, but the umpires have let the game flow pretty well since being fairly technical, I should say, in the first quarter of play.
Monaghan goes short. Coyle in the back pocket. Oh, that's dangerous, and a good mark has been taken by Mildenhall. It was meant for Dargy. So a chance here for West Perth as Mildenhall pulls down a good mark to get back and get the threads back at this game, because in the first 5 or 6 minutes they'd lost it there. They were loose in defence. Mildenhall certainly taking his time about this. A long preparation. He'll kick from just outside 50 metres. The drop punt on the way, looks straight. Good kick. Makes the distance easily for his second.
Limping behind play for West Perth as Burton tapped it straight down to Mildenhall, who sweeps the hand pass to Harris. Harris puts the ball into open space and Hall takes the mark. And now West Perth are on the move. Players streaming into open spaces for West Perth, but Hall wisely has decided to have a shot for goal. Most players getting the distance easily from this position at this end of the ground this afternoon. He's on the 50-metre line. He got the distance, but the direction was sadly lacking. Monaghan will bring it back into play. Subiaco having trouble clearing the defensive zone. The only marking power really that they've got is Burton, and he's not strong overhead. The only height they've got is Burton. It's gone in his direction. Hall is there and Nelson over the top. Burton almost took that mark. Souness has it now. Hurried kick, lands with Burton, not 10. Good football, Matthew Burton. Sends Snow away. Willett wants it long, and Snow can afford to go long now. He's had a lot of bounces. No one's been able to catch him, and he's not all that quick. Heatley in front. Taps it down towards O'Brien. Heatley goes himself. O'Brien in the pocket. Towards the goal square. Good defensive work back there by Simmons.
Timely mark, wasn't it? His kick into the pocket finds Freeman. Hasn't had a great day. Taken off Jason Heatley. That's a very good kick that finds Starr on the half-back line for West Perth. So the Falcons sizing up the options, and the main one's in the middle of the ground here. Nelson, who misses the mark, and big Matthew Burton taps it away and soccers it. I think you want to give that away, Matthew. The soccering hasn't come off since the first one. 65-metre kick from Mildenhall, marked by O'Brien. Beautiful kick by Mildenhall. And he's gone short, and Robbie back. Drop punt on the way is straight. They've got another one, West.
Connell's kick's a shocker. O'Brien is in front though, and he takes the mark. Kane O'Brien just behind centre wing. Drives towards the half-forward line. Metropolis and Willett are the targets. Comes to Metropolis. Now Schofield. Schofield breaks to the 50-metre line. He wants Heatley. The kick, not a good one. Heatley taken high, obviously, at the moment. That's coming back. It hasn't quite got the distance. And Jones takes a good relieving mark. He clears it around the members. No, the umpire's whistle's gone. And it's a free kick to Subiaco in the goal square.
Goodness me.
I didn't see what it was for. I didn't see the umpire's indication as Miranda comes off and Burns goes on. Well, we need to have another look at it to see what the umpire indicated. But Donnelly has the kick. Well, this will make the margin 8 points again. Donnelly's got it. Not a popular decision with the West Perth fans.
Miranda leaving the ground. Nichols having a word in Heatley's shoulder ear.
Well, that was a free kick there. It must have been given against Greg Jones for the push out against Andrew Donnelly. And really it was just in the side, and I think very technical on behalf of umpire Grant Vernon, but as we said, he is an experienced umpire. I did call Jason Heatley as 8-1. Of course, I was anticipating he was going to kick his 8th, Wally, and he's only got 7. I say only.
Subiaco sticking with West Perth so far. That breeze is a real significant factor in this game. Knocked upfield by McNish into the path of Schofield. They lose it to Mifka. He's dispossessed. Simmons, awkward bounce for him. Snow caught, holding the ball. Play on the call. Harris is there, and he got a high tackle, as you can see. He's holding his jaw.
Doing up a boot as Snow kicks to half forward. Donnelly up in front, couldn't take the mark. McNish's hand pass has gone astray. O'Brien crashes through the pack. Both sides going at it at full tilt now. Mifka kicks to half forward and Hall has got away from Hutchinson. The Subiaco defence is under pressure. They're one short. Lamb is about to come back on. They're short in the forward line and Burns will go on goal. Well, that's bad football by Subiaco. They had to get a player down there to replace Souness.
Well, Zemplis off early, Souness off. I don't think they'll return either. As the kick by Schofield out of the middle of the ground. Well, Starr tried to keep it in front of his body. Knocked upfield by Subiaco. Bumped off it was borne by DAYMAN. Subiaco using the ball brilliantly. Finally, Metropolis now breaks away. Starr in pursuit. Metropolis goes for home. Good kick. Great kick by Metropolis.
Kicks back to the half-back line. Connell. Mifka goes to ground. In comes Lambourne. Mifka back on feet. Connell comes back at him. Takes the ball off him. Terrific Shepherd provided. The kick to centre wing and Bourne. Subiaco playing with enormous spirit at the moment. It goes to the centre of the ground and Lamb. Harris is closing on him. Good Shepherd provided by Schofield. Lamb kicks to half forward. McNish. O'Brien's dropped back at the back of the pack. McNish decides to go. Spears it towards Heatley and he's taken them. Can't sustain the accuracy he's shown throughout the afternoon forever. Sorry, Jason.
They don't even take the right spin.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, so many of his kicks don't look as though they've come off the boot correctly, but they still go straight.
Nelson and Burton get tangled up. Nelson a second attempt. O'Brien through the traffic. And now West kick towards full forward. It's out in front of Green. Caught by Monaghan. Chance now for Burns. He does well. He shows plenty of talent, this young man. Now it's Green from the pocket. Oh, what a kick! What a goal from Trevor Green. It's set up by that young man, Ronnie Burns. And that's good football, West.
Now just 8 points. They haven't done enough, I wouldn't think, at this stage, but there's time left, and with this wind, goals can come quickly. Here's Curley, goes towards 50 metres, he can score from there. No one in the square, Hall going to it, misses the mark. It hasn't gone across the goal line either, as Monaghan spears it around the outer side and puts it out of play. Time on in the third term. Trevor Green is there because Basil Zemplis limped from the ground earlier with what appeared to be a serious thigh injury. The umpire's whistle's gone. It's a free kick to Harris. Going to see a similar result here this afternoon as Harris kicks that goal and kicks truly. So West Perth open the game.
All dressed up and nowhere to go, Derek Hall.
Yeah, couldn't find the party, Trev. Green brings it down to Burns. He's clever. And look at that. Look at that. Ronnie Burns take a bow. That is a magnificent goal. Got good vision. O'Brien, awkward bounce. He's got to go round the corner, but he delays it. Goes up further, and that's good vision again by Darren O'Brien. Mildenhall doesn't waste any time, and that's a beautifully weighted kick. And Hall again, emerging as one of the best on the ground, Trevor Sprigg.
Yes, he is, and certainly since Lee Souness has cut back on the ground, and one would have to doubt the wisdom of that, because Souness really looked in trouble with moving to that football.
Hall's kick is offline. Chance there for Burns. Trevor Green takes them. That goal was a sensational goal. That's a straight kick. Now the gauntlet has been laid down to Subiaco. Can they come back? Coyle from the full back line, kicks to half back. Nelson, well done, should have held the mark, didn't do that, pushed off it by Donnelly. He gets a high tackle, play on. Nelson, Mildenhall, Curley again, 55 out, wobbly kick, it'll fall short. Great mark. Anyway, he's preparing for a goal shot. 20 metres out, directly in front. He's kicked it. West Perth, look the goods. Hall brings up 3.
Of Subiaco's 13 goals. Shot on goal from Metropolis.
Well,
here's a good one.
He's told to get on with it by the umpire, and that's not good football. That's a bit negative. And they've paid the penalty with Dwayne Lamb, an Eagle who's lost his way for the moment. 11 kicks.
Now there's a report, I think.
It was a push. It was just a push.
The kick towards full forward. Big pack up. Bourne. Chance. He's offline, but Heatley's there and marks. Important kick. He's on the angle. 25 out. Doesn't miss. And hasn't missed this time. He's booted 9.
Half forward line. Willett is there, but so is Jones.
Oh,
and now it'll be 50 metres against Willett.
Geez, some feeling in the game now, isn't there? There was nothing much in that, but and West will be okay. Troy West there in the hands of the trainers.
He was slung down.
Yep.
I can't believe he's that badly hurt.
The same one on camera, while the push from Mifka was just a push.
Was he reported, Trev?
I don't think so. Cameron Dorn, the emergency umpire, spoke to him, that's all.
The kick lands short, and Lamb takes the mark. Dwayne Lamb back on the Subiaco side this afternoon. A dangerous kick. West Perth with a chance to go forward. Burns gets the hand pass, but Hutchinson goes back to close it up. Sends the hand pass to Monahan. Green closing on him. Monahan under pressure, puts it out on the full. Oh, dangerous kick by Dwayne Lamb.
Well, I tell you what, the Eagles don't allow lateral kicks. You're not allowed to kick the ball across like that.
Subiaco will be ruining this decision. They've obviously been forced to play Lamb. He's been off the ground for long periods because he had trouble getting into it. Now it's with Burns. He will kick from about 60 metres from goal, and he's going to put it as far down the ground as he can. Important in front. It comes down to West. Robbie West, goal, and that could be it. Big job now for Subiaco.
He's held it up and kicks towards half forward. Green interfered with. Comes to Harris. He squares it up. Good football. West. With him is Banfield. Now Simmons confronted by Lamb. He loses it in the tackle. Connell, good tackle by Simmons. Chance again for Lamb. It goes back to Coyle. And the Lions repel the attack. The time's running out. The kick to the middle of the ground's ill-directed. O'Brien's got it. He'll use it intelligently. He's going looking for Lambourne. Bit far for him. He came back into the contest to win it. Gets a hand pass away. Starr, you can be one. Oh, he is. West Perth will play in the grand final for the first time since 1975.
Terrific last quarter by West Perth, kicking into the wind. They've kicked 4 goals to Subiaco's 2, as Matthew Burton takes a belated mark. Plays on quickly and will go close to the goal square from there. He puts it up high. Got too close to Nelson as West goes back close to the goal line and takes it over.
Yeah, good football by Troy West, and he's been one of the reasons why West Perth have done very well today, playing against Rod Willett.
Yes, he did a terrific job early in the game, didn't he? Really subdued Willett. Nichols will bring it back in for West Perth and gets it well outside the 50-metre line, but it was ill-directed and Snow takes the mark. chips it short to half forward. Not a good kick. Beats Dargie. Should have carried to him. Freeman lost control of it. Schofield's got it. And DAYMAN had him. The umpire indicating it was held to him.
Oh, I don't know about that ball. I reckon that player had a chance to get rid of the football, and when you tackle properly like Wayne DAYMAN laid the tackle on Jared Schofield, they should be rewarded, and that's the criticism I've got of the umpires today. They haven't rewarded the good tackles well enough.
Burton and Nelson again do battle there. They've had a great struggle all day, the two big men. Which way would you lean in that contest, Trevor?
Beg your pardon?
Burton and Nelson.
I just saw something, it's been very even, I just saw something amazing, and I think Darren Harris and Robbie West kissed each other in that middle pack.
Oh, that's not surprising.
That's terrific, because I know they've won the game, I think.
Little peck now and again as he goes astray. Knocked away by Curley from his teammate then, but it's picked up by Mipka, who's in trouble on the boundary. That was a bit unnecessary.
Oh, now it's going to be on, and that was a bit foolish of Daniel Metropolis. And the interchange players, Basil Vempel is in there as well. And David Snow will get himself into more trouble. He's been in trouble before.
West Perth should cool it down. They're in the grand final. They don't need this.
Yes, that's Jeff Gieshen's on the phone there telling them they've got to do that. The umpire's got to get the free kick and just get the ball out of there now.
Mifka would want to settle it right down. It wasn't a good tackle, but he should have let it go. West Perth coasting to the line to win this preliminary final, but by gee, it's been a battle in one of the best WAFL games you'd ever see. And there it is. Jubilation for the Falcons. They're going to make the grand final. The first time since 1975, and Metropolis says, well, good on you, Mifka. You did it well. The jubilation there. It's been a long time, Trevor Sprigg, and there must be very, very high emotion out there at the moment.
And they've played on emotion all year, Trevor. It's just been terrific. I think you've got to pay a tribute to West Perth and Jeff Gieschen in particular, who got this club back on track when he came here last year. And they're playing on emotion, and they're playing with a lot of spirit, and they're going to be very worthy contenders for Claremont in next week's Pepsi Cup Grand Final.